saying consumer prices in Rwanda's urban areas rising 0.7% in March, while the year-on-year rate of urban inflation slowed to 3.25%. That's from 4.79% in February. For a breakdown of the numbers, we're joined by the country's Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Clave Getete. Mr. Getete, thanks so much for joining us. So we're seeing inflation under control in the country right now. If you could just give us your view on the kind of sustainability of inflation right now, given, of course, that if we're looking at the rate that we saw this time in 2012 was sitting above 8%, so certainly a big improvement to the 3.25% level.
Yeah, thank you very much. Indeed, there has been an improvement in terms of how we have been managing the prices. And this is reflected in the current inflation, which has dropped from 4.8% to 3.25%. And this is mainly due to the good season for agriculture, the one for season A. We have had a good rain. And we are seeing that there is really progress in this area in terms of production. So that has really impacted positively on the prices, which is very, very helpful as we try to grow the economy.
Looking at
what... Remember that...
Sorry, continue there, Minister.
Sorry?
Do continue, Minister.
Yeah, I was saying that this one is really a big boost for our economy, which grew by 8% end of last year. And you recall that we ended the year with the inflation of 3.9%. We believe that if it continues like this, then it's going to be a significant boost for our own economy, so that we can grow in a stable environment.
One of the pressure points, if you look at kind of the sub-indices of the consumer price index, education showing 35% increase there on a year-on-year basis for the latest month. What is the view from the ministry's perspective right now as to what can be done to bring down the cost of education or ensure that it's not too prohibitive so that more people, of course, can be educated and productive in the economy?
Yeah, you see, that one has a large effect, especially in the last month with all the when the schools are opening all at the same time. And then we see the global prices on the fuel, the transportation costs, again, filters into also the education sector. And that education sector, once they raise the school fees, it has another impact as well. So this one, in as much as it is high, it's not the big contributor. The big contributor is agriculture and non-alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
This one, although the percentage-wise is high, but its own contribution to the general inflation is quite low.
And just one piece of economic data that came out recently was the total foreign inflows or FDI figures for the latest numbers. And we've only got 2011. We know that the ministry has plans to try and improve methodology when it comes to capturing foreign investor flows. But those numbers showing a 4.1% rise for 2011, $356 million flowing into the economy. What was your sense as to where foreigners are investing right now when it comes to the Rwandan economy? What did you take from those latest figures?
No, actually, what you see is a positive situation. There are two things. One is the macroeconomic stability that has been experienced over the last few years, actually over the last 10 years, that has been stable. And the experience of last year when the donor disbursement was delayed, a good case of the resilience of our economy, where despite that our economy grew by 8%. Now, macroeconomic stability is very reassuring. The second one is the conducive business environment that has helped attract more money. As you saw, the foreign direct investment increased significantly. The diaspora increased to $175 million US. We saw our tourism growing by 12%. And 282 million US. But also we are seeing the portfolio flows also coming in. And this one is a sign of confidence in our own economy. And this time we are working very hard to see how we can really improve the work at the capital market so that the foreign resources can come in the form of the portfolio investment.
Yep.
And we believe this, now that the conducive environment is in place, we believe that this one will have a significant impact.
So there we go. That's Rwanda's Minister of Finance and Economic Planning.